Surprisingly, Althea's character can carry an entire episode by herself. Didn't think she could. I know Tower couldn't, but didn't think Althea could either. Hi, my name is Ushin, and I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead, and I always want to talk about it. So when episode 5 premiered last night, titled The End of Everything, I had to talk about it. But before I do, there's a whole spoiler warning for the episode. You've been warned. So the answer that has finally been answered of what happened to Althea that we've been wondering since the premiere of the season. We find out the people that took Rick also took her. We actually get to see her in a helicopter. Fingers crossed is actually the helicopter that Rick was in, just to tie that whole thing together. But by looking at it, I'm not really sure if it is. So we find out the woman who owns the helicopter, his name is Isabel. She plans on taking Althea to the same place that has Rick, but they have to get fuel for the helicopter first, so they go on this journey together. It's a fairly enjoyable journey that they go on together, but obviously it's The Walking Dead, there's going to be problems on this journey. Althea reveals that the reason she goes after the story so much is because at the start of the apocalypse she chose to go after a story rather than seeing her brother. So because of her going after the story, her brother died, and now she feels like she has to go after every story she can just to keep moving. Just to tell everyone's story that she can tell. I felt that the reveal was a bit odd. I thought it was a bit forced and just tacked on, where it didn't really make that much sense of why she was doing that. Because up until this point, we've never, from best of my knowledge, we've actually never heard a mention of her brother. So the fact that she's doing everything she is in the apocalypse because of her brother, it doesn't really make sense to me, because we've known her for a whole season now. I think in their time it's been half a year, so it's probably been longer than that. It's probably been up to a year at this point. So the way that she this backstory just being revealed now, it's a bit odd. Even though I know she was a bit secretive, I just still think it's weird that her whole purpose in life is because of her brother, but we've never heard her brother even being mentioned once, so it's a bit odd. So far this season has been great for showing us stuff we've actually never seen in the entirety of the Walking Dead universe, from this show plus the regular show. Like, so far we've actually got to see a plane crash with our characters inside the plane, we've got to see a westerny kind of town, and in this episode we got to see rock climbing, which is cool and interesting to see, but overall had a fairly predictable outcome, and I could predict it as soon as they start climbing up. I knew what was going to happen. Isabel gives Al the biggest hint we've actually gotten about the Walking Dead movie so far, and that her group, they should be afraid of her, that the group's place where they live is huge, and that the group's goal is just to build towards the future. That's the most knowledge we've gotten of this group so far, so it's making me more and more anticipating the Walking Dead movies. So after they get the fuel and everything and they're on their way back to the helicopter, they decide to part ways, and a reveal happens that I've kind of predicted since we ever first met Al, was that they kissed, so they're gay. I kind of figured Al was gay. I always had a thought she was, and it was kind of good to actually get that confirmation. So yeah. And from memory, I could be wrong now, but I think Althea is actually now the only openly gay character we've ever actually had on Fear the Walking Dead. We've had a few on The Walking Dead, but I don't think we've ever actually had one on Fear the Walking Dead. But as she's walking away, she decides to contact Morgan, so she gets in contact with Morgan and Alicia. So they plan to meet up, and as she's walking away, she hears a helicopter turn on and fly away. So you can tell by her she's a bit disappointed that she's gone. But then when she gets reunited with Morgan and Alicia, they ask where she's been. She lies and says she went back to the plane crash site, but she never actually ran into anyone more that she just, a lot of walkers came, so she had to get rid of them. That's where she says she's been. It's been a while, so I don't know if Morgan and Alicia actually believe her, because I think it's been a week or so since they've actually lost her, so it seems a bit unrealistic to them. But that's the answer she gives, and they seem to be happy enough with it. But she lies. They actually don't know, but that she knows about the helicopter crew. They know about the helicopter because they did see it, but they don't know that she knows. I wonder if she ever will tell them. I'm thinking it might be a mid-season finale reveal. Overall, it was it was an okay episode. I kind of wanted to see a bit more of the helicopter group, where it was mainly focused on that, but we still didn't really get a lot of it. But I still enjoyed it. Althea surprised me a lot, and she's becoming, after this episode, I think I like her more than going into it. So with all that said, I enjoyed the episode enough. If you enjoyed it, let me know that you did enjoy it and what you enjoyed about it down below. And as always, thanks for watching.